And I said, it is so, Lord.
Read upon it.
Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
So you
Because for their
shut
sakes
up.
I made the world.
Right, because for their sakes I made the world. Okay? Which means what? The very air that these heathens are breathing is ours. That's why when they go into slavery, after their society falls after World War III, me personally, I'm going to tax them for the air that they breathe. Okay? Go on.
I'll read it again. Read that again. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 10. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Because for their sakes I made the world.
Right. So for the Negroes, Hispanics, and their American sake, he made the world. Go me that one. For the other people are like spittle. For this Edomite over here.
Evil woman.
You understand?
Woman.
Right? Little Red Riding Hood.
Woman.
Little Red Riding Hood was like
Woman.
she let herself go. Go on.
No. He's saying
Where is it? This is the second book of Ezra chapter 6 verse 54.
We go to church instead.
As for the other people which also come of Adam.
Right, so for other people which are not Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're too far over there, man. Come over here.
No,
Go on.
they're wearing green cloth.
As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
Right, so the Most High said that they are nothing.
But I am
The heathen nations, which are not Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay, and West Africans. The Most High said that those nations are nothing. Read that again.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 56. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle. So when someone's speaking and spit flies out their mouth, that's what spittle is. Alright, go on.
I am of Adam.
My
I am of
Lord.
Adam. I am of Adam. Go on.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right, give me Isaiah chapter 40 verse 15.
I'll lie you out.
The nations are as a drop of a bucket.
Repeat your
Okay.
words without reading out of a book.
And a drop of a bucket, you see what I'm saying? If I'm carrying a bucket of water and a drop falls out, I'm not going back for that little drop of water. That little drop of water represents the heathen nations. The Most High said that the heathen nations are insignificant. Alright? But you, Jake, want to be equal to them. No justice, no peace. Hold on, give me Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 33. Why does thou trimmest thy way to seek love? That's what our people do. Go on. Why does thou trimmest thy way to
Tell
seek
him
love?
what to do.
Go on.
Tell him what to do. He's telling him what to do.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Right. Right, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, look at these heathens out here, man. You're above these heathens. These heathens follow everything that you do. Okay? The way you dress, everything, the way you walk, the way you talk. They play your music. Even when they're in their own shops. They will play your music so that you come into their shop. They won't play their own music. Do you understand? But yet you Negroes, Hispanics, and everything. Get me Psalms 53 and 1. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God. Quickly, get me that one, man.
You're told to look up the
Quickly.
page and read like you're told by your instigating master.
Don't let that demon get to you, man. Go on.
Can't, I've been brought in through this. This is Psalms chapter 14 verse 1. The fool has said in his heart.
Right, so the Most High called that Edomite a fool. You understand? And the Most High said to you, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that he shall provoke you to jealousy by a foolish nation. And they are foolish creatures, man. These are the same creatures that allow bestiality. You understand? Alright? How many kids go missing each year because of your nation? Huh? And your royals do blood sacrifices with little children. Give me that one in Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? That's you creatures, man. You are the wicked. Go on.
This is Job chapter 9 verse 24.
Give me Amos 5 and 10 afterwards.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Right, and that's what they did. They covered the faces of the judges thereof. They put up God as a white man. They put up who the world called Jesus Christ as a white man. Alright, they put up the original rulers of Europe as white. Hold that, let me get the sign out actually. Hold that bit. Right, the history lesson that you'll never get is that you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans ruled the UK. Okay? I mean, there was one Caucasian guy that came up, when he saw the poster, he had a heart attack. He couldn't believe it. You see what I'm saying? Go on. He couldn't believe that. And then you got a black woman talking about Jesus wouldn't talk like that. The Bible says that who the welcome Jesus Christ was an austere man. Austere means to be harsh and very serious. And another thing as well, there's a scripture that says, those that are my enemies, that would not that I should reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. Can you find me that scripture? About Jesus Christ wouldn't do that. That's her white Jesus. That's Cesare Borgia. Where is that book? There it is, down there. Cesare Borgia. Okay? That's who she's worshipping. And she's going to get put to death by that. You see what I'm saying? Where is it, man? Where's this sign out here? Okay? Because what you Jacob being taught in your churches, man. And then on top of that, you got your woman at home teaching you that, man. Me and my brother, we're brought up by our man, but we weren't having that shit, man. You understand? I stopped going, you know when I stopped going to church? When I started reading the Bible. The more I read the Bible, the less I was going to church. Because church is bullshit, man. Go on.
Hold that sign up there. Because I've got something on my phone. If you know anything about the Dark Ages, it was called the Dark, I'll go back to you. The Dark Ages was called Dark Ages because there was dark people ruling. Yeah? If you know anything about Queen Charlotte, we go... No. But she was in nations when they were colonizing, yeah? It says, moreover, she is brown-skinned all over, and much like her father. In all things she is pleasant enough as it seems to us. Although some art historians seem to think that the idea that Charlotte was black, preposterous, for no particular reason other than that, because people weren't racist enough about her appearance. It seems as though there is certainly precedent as well as contemporary sources that believe in that she is. Okay, Queen Charlotte, wife of the English King George III, 1738 to 1820, was directly descended from Margareta de Castro y Sousa, a black branch of the Portuguese royal house. Okay, but they don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you that we was ruling in Europe. Yeah, and the first slave ships left from Europe. But you got our people shouting out Jesus, this, that, and the first, not even knowing that the first slave ship that left Europe, yeah, or one of the first slave ships was called the good ship Jesus. Yeah, which left from Portugal. The riddle of Queen Charlotte's it says African ancestry here, but I know that Israelite ancestry, because it was called Moors, was solved as a result of an earlier investigation into the Israelite Magi, featured in 15th century Flemish paintings. Yeah, and the scripture I just read out said that they cover the face of the judge of the rock. Iconoclasm. Yeah, they painted over our images. Enough evidence was accumulated to purpose that the models for the black Magi were, in all probability, members of the Portuguese de Sousa family. Okay, so that's the truth there, man. Queen Charlotte's possible ancestry remains a hotly debated topic at art history. Charlotte was queen well over colonialism, well after colonialism. Chattel slavery and racism were very much part of the European society. Charlotte was considered plain because of her features. This is a marked difference from descriptions of Philippa of Hainault, a previous black queen who was described by an envoy in 1321. Okay? But they don't tell you this in school. They don't tell you that the so-called Negroes was ruling in Europe. That's why they call it the Dark Ages, or the Byzantine Empire. They called you guys Moors. Yeah, Moor just means dark skin.
Khan, can you give me, what is it, 2 Kings, where does it say? 8 and 20, and then 8 and 22. Because it says what? Thus Edom rebelled from under the hand of Judah. Alright? And Edom in the Hebrew means red, which represents the complexion of these Caucasians out here. They rebelled from under the hand of Judah. And it says that in the Bible. Alright? And 8 and 22 says they rebelled even unto this day. Which shows what? You Negroes, Hispanics, and their Americans ruled over them. Okay? But the reason they got their hand on you in the Jacobite Wars, because that was prophesied of in Revelation, that the dragon and the old serpent shall be released once more to deceive the world once more. And that was the Renaissance period, because Renaissance in the French means rebirth. Rebirth of what? Rebirth of the Roman Empire. Okay? That's what the Bible says, that this current society you're living in is a shadow of its former self. This is a shadow of the Roman Empire. Because what? Faggotry was going on in there? Bestiality was going on in there? You see what I'm saying? Even back then, there was a I think it was in Greece or Cyprus, there was a land called, what is it, Lesbos. And that's where the lesbianism come from. You understand? From them creatures, man. That's why all kinds of wickedness comes from them. That's what the Bible says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The Most High made them that way. That's why you got to get me, what is it? I think it's Job, is it Job 14 and 15? Who can make a crooked thing straight? The Most High made them that way. That's like asking a snake, why do you bite? Or a bee, why do you sting? God, this is the book of Job chapter 14 verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Slacker. How can you bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Because the Most High made them to be wicked. He said that he gave the earth, read that one, man. Job 9:24. If it's not him, if it's not them, alright, while stabbing in the dark, who is it that promotes bestiality, homosexuality, pedophilia, okay? All this madness, demonic rituals, okay? What nation of people promote those things? One person tell me what nation of people promote those things. No one's going to say it, because all of you are scared at him. Okay? You trim your way to seek love. That's why you got our people wanting equality. Equality with what? These people are supposed to be underneath you. The heathen nations were created to serve you, but you want to be equal with them. That's how the Most High is going to put, was it, 2/3 of his own people to death. Go on.
This is Psalms chapter, a quick precept, Psalms chapter 93 verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Right. Who's going to rise up for the Most High against the evildoers? Who's bold enough to do that? You understand? Because the Most High has not given us the spirit of fear. And the rest of the Akim are pushing the same works as us. We haven't got that spirit of fear. Okay? That's why it says, you got to give me that one. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Okay? Because that's what a true prophet of the Most High does. That's why it says in, I think it's Matthews, blessed are you when men shall hate you, and shall, remove you from their company, and cast out your name as evil, for the Son of Man's sake. And the Son of Man's name is not Jesus H. Christ, because that's Greek. There's no J in the original Paleo-Hebrew. Okay? It's only in the Yiddish, which is a perverse form, which is a mixture of what? Russian, Jamaic, and Hebrew. Go on, read it.
And they call it Amoraic. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Right, they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Why is that? Because truth is hate to them that hate the truth. Okay, go on.
Back to Psalms chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Right. Because the Most High, correct, you got to read that one, man. If it's not them, you tell the Most High who it is, because he created them to be the wicked. Go on.
This is the book of Job chapter 19, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Alright, so whoever it is that's promoting homosexuality, that's promoting bestiality, that's promoting pedophilia, alright, sexualizing movie videos, this and that, putting demonic symbols and stuff in music videos, alright, the nation of people that are currently in control today that are allowing that to happen, alright, while stabbing in the dark, that should tell you that those traits, alright, that should tell you who it is, okay. When the world called Jesus Christ comes back down, you're going to have more teeth missing. Go on.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Right, so whoever covered the faces of the judges thereof, whoever paid up all the original royalty images, the original black royalty images, whoever paid them images over, alright, whoever paid over the image of who the world is called Jesus Christ, and people that are claiming that he's olive skinned, when there's only two colours to olive, which is brown and green, and no one on the planet is green, okay? And whoever paying over the Most High and saying that the Most High was white, alright? Whoever's doing them things, because the Bible says the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So by process of elimination, that should be giving you clues as to who the Most High is talking about. Go on.
If not, where and who is he?
Right, so if it's not them, if it's not the people that, what is it, cover the faces of the judges thereof. That's why, what is it, in their courtrooms, they have what? They wear white woolly wigs. Yet their hair is not naturally woolly. So who are they trying to represent them? Who are they trying to portray? If they were the original true judges, why would they have to wear woolly wigs? Why would their queen have to deliberately get her hair curled up, where it stays up like that? She has her hair naturally like that all the time. They get it forced like that. You see what I'm saying? Alright? But then all the Edomites around there got straight, stringy dog hair. Go on.
What's it here? It's in Psalms chapter 17 verse 13. Yeah, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right. Alright? The wicked is the Most High's sword. Because what? They're the sons of perdition that the Most High's talking about. That's why every time you Negroes, Hispanics and Native Americans were not following the ways the Most High put you to follow, he would give you into the hand of the heathen nations. The heathen nations are mainly Esau, these Caucasians, are the Most High's whipping stick. Alright? That's why you're in captivity right now. That's why I said, deliver us from the hand of the enemy, which is the Most High's sword. The Most High himself isn't going to come down here and smack you with a belt. He's going to use the heathen nations round about you. Okay? That's why you're in captivity right now.